Hi, I'm Ryan McDonald, standing in for Jeff Gerstmann today, who can't be here, but asked me to tell you all about Voodoo Vince, the new platform adventure game for the Xbox. Microsoft's latest platform game, Voodoo Vince, puts its own unique stamp on the genre by trading in most of the jumping and timing-based action for a lot of nicely done puzzle solving. In the game, you play as Vince, a third-rate voodoo doll owned by Madame Tremaine.
You will find my voodoo shop. I am Madame Charmaine. I help people. Sometimes I give advice, sometimes I just listen. Every now and then I use Vince, my third best voodoo doll. Power always attracts those who shouldn't have it. People like Cosmo the Inscrutable. He tried and failed many times to get his hands on some zombie dust. One night, he sent some roustabouts to take it by force.
As is alluded to in the opening, the dust warps reality, bringing Vince to life while also filling the world with evil monsters. Charmaine communicates with Vince via telepathic link, leading the little doll from level to level as he works to clean up the mess caused by the spilled dust while also hunting down his boss's abductors. The game's story is well told via in-game cutscenes, but it's over pretty quickly. Unless you get hung up on a puzzle or boss fight, Voodoo Vince can be completed within well under a 10-hour mark. As far as gameplay and controls go, Voodoo Vince has a pretty standard repertoire of moves for a platform jumping hero. You can double jump, punch enemies, perform a spin attack that looks and sounds like it was taken directly from a Crash Bandicoot game, and execute a head-first dive attack that serves as Vince's take on the now standard butt stomp. When in the air, you can slow Vince's descent by hitting the left trigger.
I feel powerful.
Eventually, you gain moves like a target-based grappling hook swing that works and looks quite a bit like the one found in the recent Rayman games. Vince can also unleash a super voodoo attack that eliminates all nearby enemies. This attack is usually pretty funny because, as a voodoo doll, Vince's most effective method of attack is to simply hurt himself. So you'll see drills boring into Vince's head, UFOs flying up and blasting him, trucks running Vince down, and all sorts of other neat little animations. Vince's moves aren't what make Voodoo Vince such an interesting game, though. The fun part of Voodoo Vince comes from its puzzle solving. Some of the game's levels are incredibly small and simply ask you to solve a basic puzzle, like finding a way to distract a dog that guards the front door of a mansion to proceed. Other levels get far more elaborate. One area requires you to get a trumpet so you can play a little jazz with the skeleton doorman, convincing him to let you pass. The trumpet is in a pawn shop, however, so you can't get it without money. A nearby costume contest can earn you some money, but first you have to find a costume. Did we mention that once you secure the trumpet, you still have to go to the jazz club to learn how to play it? Did we also mention that all the stores are open at different hours of the day? This means you have to get up to the clock at the top of the level and manipulate time to open and close different businesses. The puzzles in the game are usually great, but the platforming aspect of Voodoo Vince isn't nearly as polished. While the game's environments look nice, it's occasionally difficult to determine if a slope surface is too steep to stand on or not. This means you'll occasionally jump on what looks like a safe position, only to slide off to your death. Falling in a bottomless pit or water instantly kills you. Fortunately, Vince automatically grabs hold of some ledges before plummeting. Being attacked by monsters causes more gradual damage, reflected by your life meter. Bags of zombie dust are strewn about each level, and every time you collect 100 bags, your maximum health increases. The game has a very cool look to it. You travel near and around New Orleans, and you travel through the city streets, bayous, mansions, and more. The game's Tim Burton-esque art design has the look of a twisted cartoon that fits the game's mixture of humor and the undead very nicely. Plus, it actually even sounds better than it looks. The music is a real standout here. Even the short loop used for the game's loading screen managed to be a little creepy while still offering a very catchy sound. Overall, the game's soundtrack has a nice jazzy sound to it that fits the location and subject matter perfectly. The rest of the game's audio is also strong. The game's voice acting is well done, with a sarcastic Vince really stealing the show.
Poindexter, freaking idiot, dragging me out on a night like this. Might as well get this show on the road, though. Can't believe they want a 10-inch voodoo doll to go be a hero.
In the end, Voodoo Vince's short story makes it perfect for a weekend rental. But even those slightly curious by the premise, the game's puzzle solving and platform jumping gameplay will most likely find it worthwhile for even purchase. Either way, Voodoo Vince adds interesting twists to the platform puzzle solving genre and definitely deserves a look. So be sure to check it out.
now.